not let your ego control you. Control your ego. Hey, Nana Yaya Boy here. Another video, another conversation on ego. It's like the little boy in the painting is like, I'm ready to listen to you, Nana. What are we talking about today? Yes, we're talking about ego. When I say ego, what do I mean? There's a general, our egos are connected to our self confidence, self esteem, self worth. You know, sometimes the consciousness of ourselves. Some of us have very big egos, some moderate, some small egos, or no egos, if there's some such a thing. But what I'm going to talk about is those of us or people with very large egos that become stumbling blocks to ourselves. When we say somebody is too full of themselves, they have a larger than life ego, they think themselves more important than anybody else. They cannot humble themselves. Humility is lacking. So that is what I'm talking about. Many times, when a person lacks self confidence, they overinflate their egos to compensate for that. And that is the most dangerous part of us as human beings. When there's an overcompensation to the ego, it becomes super inflated that when we are wrong, there's a mistake or anything, and we need to apologize, we are unable to apologize. We rather block people, we rather do push people away. That is the kind of ego that I'm speaking about. And that ego does not allow for growth, as in self reflective growth, growth to get to the next level. When a person has such an ego, there's also a psychological aspect to it, a mental health. And this is what I say, if you are dealing with such a thing, consult a therapist. You may need help to identify those triggers that make you inflate your ego, that you feel attack your self esteem. And so you have to think you better than everybody else. Humility goes a long way. Humility will take you further than the largest ego in the room. And that does not bode well for many people. So, in this short video, all I'm talking about is ego. Those with large egos, it doesn't help you in getting to your next level. It doesn't help in relationships because large egos are difficult to manage, difficult to get through, difficult to, find solutions when there's an issue. And sometimes some of these egos border on narcissistic behaviors and tendencies. Now, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a therapist, but in general, I know a little bit, and that is what I tend to find. So it takes, it is difficult for somebody with a large ego to say, I have a large ego, because to them, it's a self protective mechanism. It is them trying to rise above where they think you are putting them down. But this is where, if it is a pattern behavior and it's been told quite a few times that this is a pattern behavior, then it is about time one looks into it and find help. There's nothing wrong with ego. A little ego is good. A little ego is good. But a large ego will drive people away from you. If you think you are holier than thou, better than everybody, it will drive people away from you. So do not let your ego control you. Control your ego. Thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.